morning, everybody. How are you this morning? It's Wednesday. It's halfway through the week. What's the week anyway? Feels Monday's Monday and Friday is Thursday, and it's so jumbled up. So I hope you guys are well. I hope you have been enjoying your third, fourth, fifth week of lockdown. And we bring you the 8th edition of the lockdown today, which is crazy. It's gone so fast, but we're on episode number 8. And yeah, it's been super fun. I hope you guys have been enjoying this process with us. Thank you so much to everybody who's been tuning in. I hope it helps put you in a good mood in the mornings on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And thank you to everyone who's been contributing, sending us messages, getting involved. Today, guys, if you want to hit us up, we got our band phone. You can hit us up with any voice notes if you want to share something, or if you want to send us something, or if you just want to get in touch. Please send us a voice note or a message to our phone number, which is +27 71 447 0333. Hit us up on the band phone, and we'd love to hear from you. Might even play it through the speaker. That'd be super cool. And we're starting this morning because it is a Wednesday and halfway through the week. Some of you might need a little pick-me-up like I do. So we're going to start with a good news story today. We've got 2 really cool good news stories. And the first one is the egg challenge turned on its head. So some of you may have seen or experienced this already. It's the egg challenge that's been doing the rounds on social media. And we're just going to head straight for the video to explain what it is. It's pretty cool. Check this out. This is the egg challenge.
Hey everybody, Brendan DeQ, the Good Things guy here, and today I want to talk to you guys about the egg challenge. Yep, South Africans have gone a little bit bonkers while being locked down in our houses and apartments, and it seems we're all nominating each other to drink alcohol and eggs and sugar and really silly things over this time. But this is not something new. In fact, around 6 years ago, there was something called neck nominations that swept the globe and had the whole world drinking and nominating each other to do silly things. And when I got neck nominated, I decided instead of drinking, because that was far too easy, I would rather share some kindness and feed a homeless person. Little did I know that it would turn the challenge on its head and cause the whole world to start doing random acts of kindness. It was really a beautiful thing to see. Fast forward to 2020, I've been Egg Challenge nominated, and I've decided to flip it on its head again. This time, not alone. One of the biggest retailers in the country, the Spar Group, have come on board, and they're going to assist me with my nomination by placing a trolley outside of every single store where you can use your nomination to instead feed vulnerable communities in our country. Right now, there are millions of South Africans who are going to bed hungry, but we have the ability to help them right now. So instead of using your Egg Challenge nomination, we're going to call it the Spar Donate, #SparDonate. And all you need to do is get down to one of your Spar stores, get a 6-pack of eggs, a 1 kilogram of maize, and a 1 liter of milk, and pop it in the trolley with a photo or the video using the #SparDonate. And those donations will get delivered to the most vulnerable of communities and help feed South Africa during this COVID-19 pandemic. This is how we change the world, together. Wishing you guys only good things and no more raw eggs.
I'm not too sure about the raw egg thing here. It's not really up my alley, but I think it's awesome the cause that they're doing and what they stand for. And you know, guys, I just want to say again that I'm so encouraged by all of the kindness that I'm sure you are as well. All the kindness that you've seen just manifesting from people in the last few weeks. You know, I think it's taken it's crazy that it's taken a crisis, but I guess it's also understandable that it's taken something of this magnitude to kind of shake us out of our comfort zones, and just to say, you know, everything that's gone before, all of the nonsense that we've built up, all the preconceived ideas we've built up, all the walls we've built up over time, with one big situation that's literally just been wiped off the table. And like, what are we doing now? How do we conduct ourselves now? What's important? Where are your values? How are you going to live your life? moving forward, what next? In fact, we have a song called What Next coming out next week, which I'm very excited to share with you guys. It's kind of all about this way of thinking and how we're going to move forward, either as, conscious people that are kind, or as people that just only care about ourselves and our own egos and our own agendas. And personally, I don't think I can go back to being in a place like that, because I definitely was in a place like that where I was, just really struggling with making the time to do good. I wanted to do good in my mind, but I was just not prioritizing it. And now, since this lockdown, I personally have felt this call to be able to just be a better person, and I'm feeling wonderful about it. So I hope that you guys are in the same space, and I hope that you're feeling and just feeding off the energy of the world at the moment. And it's just so cool to see how many people are being kind to one another. There are not so many bad apples turning up the woodworks at the moment. The world is, for me, it feels within this crisis, there's a lot of beauty coming out of it, and that's really cool.
On the note of bad apple, I think we've got a video of a guy who's a fairly wizened old apple, but has done some amazing stuff.
Yes, we do. We have a video of this absolute legend, guys. This made me so happy to see this guy called Captain Tom Moore. This story rose up a couple of days ago, but we thought we wanted to share with you today. It's a 99-year-old war veteran, ex-war veteran, who set out to raise £1,000 by doing 100 laps of his garden with his Zimmer frame at 99 years old. And 100 laps of a garden at 99 I would struggle to walk 100 laps of a garden. He's 99. And so he just set out and he just started walking. He just went and did it. And as he went, people started picking up on this, celebrities started picking up on this. And guys, the craziest thing is that he has raised over $42 million by walking around his garden with a Zimmer frame. You have to check this out. Watch this video. This is Captain Tom Moore showing us what he does best.
Well, Captain Tom Moore has now raised more than $42 million for health workers in the UK, and his mission isn't over yet. The 99-year-old war veteran says his sudden fame is beyond belief, laughing off calls he should be knighted. He spoke to Ben Avery.
He set out with a modest goal to raise £1,000, but 11 days later, Captain Tom Moore is a national hero.
Never ever did we anticipate, nor was it in the idea that we would get this sort of money.
By finishing 100 laps of his front garden in the English countryside, he's now earning millions in donations every day.
It goes up and up and up and up, and it's still going up.
The World War II veteran, now a weapon in the COVID-19 war, with all of the money raised helping doctors and nurses on the front line.
It's wonderful that everyone kind of is being inspired by his story and his determination. So, I think he's a one-man fundraising machine.
Boris Johnson has expressed his support in a personal phone call.
For him to, whilst he's still recovering, have the time to speak to me was absolutely enormous. A message from the Prime Minister, that's awesome.
There is even a petition calling for the 99-year-old to be knighted.
Yes. So Thomas Moore, that sounds good, but I wouldn't hold your breath till that happens. At the end of the storm.
But he has proven that anything is possible. As of today, he's a musical star on iTunes with a duet cover of You'll Never Walk Alone.
Walk on through the rain.
This has now become the largest individual fundraiser in the history of the United Kingdom, but Captain Tom says it's not quite mission complete. With the donations still coming in, he will soldier on.
As long as people keep on giving, I'll keep on walking. What it will get to, I don't know.
2 weeks out from his 100th birthday, he now has social media fans following his progress.
I think what happened, he's become a beacon of hope with the British public who've taken him to their hearts, and that has truly now gone global.
Many Australians among the hundreds of thousands who've so far donated to the cause.
Thank you, Australia. Thank you very much. So kind of you.
In London, Ben Avery, 9 News.
Unbelievable. Captain Tom Moore, man. It just shows you, it doesn't matter how old you are, what your status in life is, you can make a difference. Any age, you can make a difference. I mean, $42 million, guys, to raise money for health workers around the world. What an absolutely incredible person. It just took a little spark, a little imagination, and a little initiative, and that's the most important word of the day. So big up to you, Captain Tom Moore. I think I might have just tagged the wrong Tom Moore. Anyway, I will try find the right one. But unbelievable. So cool. Guys, I just wanted to say that, from our side, we've been inundated with just incredibly good news. Our Backer Buddy page is sitting at 161,000 Rand. We had a private donation from an anonymous donor of 100,000 Rand yesterday. So we're sitting at almost 300,000 Rand in donations from you guys, which we've started to feed thousands of people with. We literally have been sending food into Vrygrond every day. We've got a big drop happening today as well, which is really exciting, of a lot of dry ingredients, and it's all thanks to you guys. And now we're actually starting to spread the love further afield to some more communities. We're also going to be helping out the refugees, 600 refugees that are sitting in Philippi in a tent that have been kind of forgotten about a bit, and we're going to be spreading your love and your donations a little further afield. And speaking of donations, we also have another opportunity. If maybe you're not in a position to donate quite a bit of money right now, and you'd like to kind of combo a good deed with some fun, we have had a massive and very exciting announcement as of yesterday. Some of you guys might have seen this. We have our very first big concert live stream happening on our front lawn. We're going to be having lights, pyrotechnics, smoke machines, and we're doing this as an exclusive limited edition ticketed live show. So if you guys do want to be a part of it, please do grab a ticket. The ticket link is in our in the comments over there. The top comment, basically, it's bit.ly/GDLK, capital GDLK, Sunsets. So you guys can go grab yourself a ticket. It's 120 Rand, and the proceeds go to our fund to feed people in Vrygrond. So please grab a ticket. It's going to be an amazing show. I promise you. It's going to be like nothing you've seen before. We're going to get as close to a real live concert as possible. It's not just going to be another live stream. It's going to be something really unique and really special. So join us for Sunsets and Cocktails this Saturday, 6 p.m. It's going to be epic, guys. Very, very excited about that. And if you do get a ticket, please spread the love. Share. You see the event. I think we'll post a link to the event. Share. Invite all your friends to the event. Let's get as many people as we can supporting this cause and supporting this live stream. Right, moving on to our next segment, which is very exciting for me. It's our music segment, and I've got one of my favorite bands in the studio today as our guest. Basically, these guys are from Cape Town. They are called Hot Water. They're an Afro-pop band fronted by Donovan Copley, and he performs this universally accessible music that crosses over African fusion with pop music, and it's inspired people to dance, have good vibes, and they believe that through music they connect spirits and souls, and this, I think, just reflects the culture and the great vibe of South Africa. So first up, we're going to be playing you a live, he's going to be performing you a live song called Siki Siki to get you in the mood this morning. So get out the dancing shoes, kick away the furniture. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Donovan Copley from Hot Water. Enjoy.
It was once well known about an old man returned to his hometown. There is a story. It was once well known. Do you know where we come from? Said, we come from Mawet. We come from Bish. Hey, we come from Mawet. Down in Siki. We come from Mawet. We come from Bish. We come from Mawet. Down in Siki. We come from Mawet too. We come from Bish. We come from Mawet. Down in Siki.
When your heart is a lonely place, and there's mud and there's blood on your face, will you tell me what plagues your heart, my son? Yeah, he died of falling down. People gathered all around. I don't know where I fell from, but I can feel my heart is breaking. There's a plague in my home, son. There's a plague in the world, son. There's a plague in the place where I come from. Yeah, he died of falling down. I came in and you turned around. And as I'm sliding down the wall, I can feel my heart is broken. So I listen to violent sounds. There's a darkness that fills the room. And I say to my son, you couldn't have come too soon. Yeah, he died of falling down. Darkness is a friend of mine. I can't wear this thorny crown. Release me now from all I've broken. Oh, Dad, oh, my son. Have I died? No, you've come. You've come home. You've come home. You've come home. You've come home. When your heart is going down and there's nobody else around, will you tell me what plagues your heart, my son?
Oh, how unbelievably beautiful was that song, guys. Yeah, I'm just like goosebumps. And I don't know if you noticed, I made a small cameo in the video. It's pretty cool. There were lots of famous people in that video. And I think on the line we got Don, hopefully. Don, can you hear me? Can you see me?
Definitely.
Oh, there
Hey,
you are.
Jules.
Hello. How are you?
Hey. I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm very good. It's so nice to see your face and to chat to you.
Awesome.
Listen,
I love it.
first of all, your performance was, I love the energy of the first one. Like, I was dancing around the lounge here. It was very cool. Thank you so much for performing live for us. Really appreciate
Total
it.
pleasure.
And secondly, that song that we just played called Home, which was released 2 days ago, I believe.
Yeah.
Absolutely goosebumps, beautiful song. Just, yeah, I think one of your best songs you've ever released, you know, just really real and
I think
raw
so, yeah.
and beautiful. And I think I just wanted to start because I'm sure a lot of people want to ask you this question. What inspired the song for you, and how did it all come about?
Yeah, I just want to say, firstly, like, we went from real happy to real sad, real quick.
That's cool. That's what it's all about.
and yeah, no, totally. And I think, you know, I think a lot of people are feeling that at the moment. Like, there's a sort of sense of joy and kind of a certain kind of connectedness, an amazing sort of uprising of people connecting, and then also like the sadness. I think it's kind of even that sort of reflects certainly where I am. I'm sort of feeling like, whoa, whew. And then like there's, you know, there's a sort of positivity that's there. Yeah, I wrote the song last year just as part of dealing with some very just challenges in my life. I mean, it's often why I write songs, as a way to deal with that, instead of paying to, you know, it's like a therapy, it's sort of a therapy of sort.
Of course.
And yeah, so then when, you know, when this lockdown was looming and everything was going down, you know, it was like, how can I be in service here? And this song just popped up. It was like, it was the most challenging song I've ever written. I mean, I wrote it over a period of months, and I just cried every time I wrote it, to be honest. Every time I sat down, it was like,
it makes me feel teary as well, and I don't even have a son.
Yeah.
But you know, it just
Yeah.
the lyrics. I think a lot of people can relate and connect. And
Yeah.
oh, I have a first son. Sorry, I do have a first son. He's sitting right here chewing the cable.
you know, it's a human song. You know, I happen, you know, I have 3 sons, so there's a sort of, you know, that's that component, and I'm a son, but I think it's broader than that. And at one point I'd called the song Son, and then, you know, I changed it to Home because I felt it sort of encapsulated the broader thing of what the song's about.
Yeah, and just quickly on that, the video concept, you know, I think what really ties it all together, and especially makes it very relevant right now, is that it's just the vision, the imagery that you've captured around the song. It's so real, but I think the emotions are so tangible when you can see people just being in their homes and in their spaces and just kind of being free, and just, you know, there's a range of different emotions you feel when you watch the song. And what made you kind of come up with that concept of people just being themselves within the space, you know, within their home space? What was the thinking behind that video?
I think that's the heart of Hot Water. You just encapsulate it there. It was, you know, it's just to create a space where people feel at home, and it's a vulnerable space. That's the thing, you know. It is, and so it's just quite almost difficult to in the process of putting this out, because it's like, ooh, it's vulnerable, you know.
Yeah.
But it's the point of my music, you know, whether it's happy and people feel free to just dance and let go, you know, or whether it's sad. There's a vulnerability that I think, you know, we associate vulnerability often with like, oh, you're so weak, you know. It's actually like that vulnerability is enormous. Enormous power.
I think there's an element of that I really took away from the song, which I love, which is that, you know, the male patriarchal figure in the home is normally seen as being this, like, you know, this element that's not allowed to be vulnerable, to show weakness, to show love, and I think it's a kind of a tragic indictment of the global society that, like, you know, we've kind of bent our community norms around that. And I loved just listening to this, you know, as a guy, it really, like, it just kind of opens your heart. And everyone's got a dad, whether or not they're still around or not. We've all got one, and we wouldn't be here without our mums and our dads. And I think it's a lovely celebration.
Yeah,
it's just
100%.
a beautiful thing that you've done.
Beautiful song.
Oh, thanks,
I
Ben.
hope it goes on
man.
to do
Yeah,
really
I think
great
you're spot on.
things and spread, and the world shares it. If you guys are watching and you want to share the video, we will put a link to the song YouTube video in the comment section. Please go and watch it on YouTube and share it amongst your friends and get the message out, because at the end of the day, music only goes viral when people decide it has to go viral. So we'd love for you guys to help the song gain wings
and with Jules, with every view, what we've done is I've donated all the royalties from the streaming and from radio. We just put it to radio yesterday, so all the royalties from radio and from streaming are going to the COVID feeding coalition, just feeding kids. So every click, it's something. If people, because one of the questions I had was like, what can I do now? Before this project came about, and I phoned Uga Carlini, the director. She's amazing. She's the director of this video. I was like, what can I do? And I think there's if there's a little thing that you can do just by clicking and sharing the video, because YouTube pays per click essentially. So that would be
there you go. I've got it. I just
amazing.
said this is the link to the song Home, guys. You can check it out in the comments. I've done it on Facebook, and I'm about to go hit it onto YouTube.
Dude, I love that you've done that, because obviously for all of us in the music industry, our career is basically put very dramatically and catastrophically on pause. So for you to be
big time
giving up any of your income right now at a time where you have no security around your finances, that's really big of you.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it is a bit like my brain's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
But at the end of the day,
it's like but it's right. It's that all of our brains are going like, protect yourself.
Yeah.
It's that sort of, and it's a certain limit. It's limiting, and it cuts us off from people, and it closes our hearts. So I'm loving it. And Jules, I must just say a huge thanks to you for being a part of this and your cameo. I love your cameo. It's so beautiful.
You know what? You got me in the middle of like the busiest week of my life with this and all the charity stuff that was going down. It was so hectic, and setting up the live stream. And I was like, I'm ignoring Don, and he hates me. And then you were like, listen, I need to. And I just sat there and I listened to the song, and I just sort of sang along. And I actually got so into it, because it's really just the most beautiful melody and the most beautiful lyrics, and I can hear the realness in it, And I think so much music these days is missing that soul. Man, I really hope this song goes on to do really big things for you. And thank you so much for writing it and for sharing your gift with the world, and then taking it a step further by also sharing your gift to help other people. It's just, you're an awesome guy, man. Thank you so much and you have the best T-shirt like in Cape Town right now. Everyone's saying that on the comments as well.
On the back of it, does it have like all the little factoids? The little
dude, it should. It absolutely
does it
should.
Not have that?
It absolutely should.
Yeah.
It should.
That would be such a boss design, but it's still awesome.
Yeah, totally.
Don, thank you so much for being with us this morning on the Lockdown. It's been an honor to have you. And if people want to follow you and get in touch with your band, what's the easiest way and the best way to do that?
So it's Hot Water SA for all platforms except Facebook. And on Facebook, it's Donovan Copley SA. They wouldn't allow me on Facebook to go Hot Water SA, because they said it was a bad word or a dirty word. And I was like, I don't know what part of this is. But anyway, so it's Donovan Copley. And then if you go to Home Human 2020, if you search that, you'll find the video. And we've also set up the Facebook fundraiser and Insta page under Home Human 2020.
You're an amazing guy. I'm just trying to. Oh, there we go. I found you. Oh wait, now it's tagging sanitary hot water. That's not you guys. Hot Water, because I know there's another band called Hot Water who seem to be
Hot Water Music, in the States.
There we go. I tagged you. Okay, there we go, guys. I've tagged them on Facebook, so you can go check them out. please go click the link and go check out their page and show them some love. We do appreciate that. Don, thank
I'll
you so much.
share your Busker code as well just after.
Thank you so
that
much
you've
for
got
all
it
you're
on
doing,
thanks,
for your
yeah.
music, and big love.
Jules.
You're the best. We'll catch up with you soon.
Much love to you guys, Jules. Thanks for all the awesome work that you're doing and your love for this country.
Thank you.
Bless you, brother. Stay safe. Stay healthy.
Okay. Lots of love,
Bye.
guys. Bye. Have an awesome day, everyone.
You too. Cheers. Hey, bye-bye. So that was Donovan Copley from Hot Water, one of my favorite bands from South Africa. Always bring a good vibe, always bring the energy, always bring that lovely fusion of African music with dance music, with pop music, with just happiness in general. You know, you can't watch them and not enjoy. I think we have another interview. We're going straight into another interview, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a look here.
Not yet.
Yes, we
I
are.
think we're going to go to Tiki Talkies next. Well,
okay. Get him on the line.
Sort that out. Yeah.
Okay. So one of my favorite segments of the show, before we have our special guest, which is Grant Hinds, coming into the mix, YouTuber and gamer and Twitch extraordinaire. Until we have Grant on the line, ladies and gentlemen, these are our favorite Tiki Talkies from the week. Hope you enjoy.
I was at a restaurant with this girl, and she ordered sweet potato fries, but they didn't have them, and she made this noise. It sounded like a sad air horn. The waiter goes, "No, we don't have sweet potato fries," and she goes, "Oh." Raz, dwa, trzy.
It may get bigger, it may get a little bigger, it may not get bigger at all. We'll see what happens. But regardless of what happens, we're totally prepared.
When quarantine is over, let's not tell some people.
Do you guys remember when we could make fun of doomsday preppers? Those were good times.
Hello, everybody. Hope you can see me. Hope you can hear me. So those are our favorite Tiki Talkies for the week. We're trying to get Grant Hinds on the line, but until we do, is he there?
Do you have anyone who you would not tell that the lockdown is over?
Not really.
You sure, Jules? No one out there? You just be like,
No, but I love that one. When lockdown is over, let's not tell some people. It's great. Anyway, listen. So we have very exciting news. If you guys haven't figured this out already, we have got some big news that we announced yesterday, which is basically that we are finally doing a massive live streaming concert. 1.5 hours of GoodLuck. We'll be taking requests. We'll be interacting. It's closed off, so it's only available to the people who actually have bought a ticket and come into the room. And then we're going to be doing, we're basically going to be doing it from our front garden with like lights and pyrotechnics and smoke and craziness. And it's going to be just with the sun setting in the background, grab a cocktail and boogie with us for an hour and a half. It's going to be on Saturday at 6 p.m. So if you guys do want to come, you can get a ticket for the show from, let me just have a look here. If you have a look at the comment section in the live stream, you'll see it's bit.ly/GDLK, capital GDLK, Sunsets, I think. So go and have a look, check out the live stream there, and check out the link there and grab a ticket. And also the proceeds are going to our foundation, which is feeding thousands of people at the moment in Vrygrond. Very, very cool. Very exciting times. Let's... Okay, I think we have Grant on the line. Granty, can you hear me?
Jules, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hello, I can hear you. How are you, my dear?
I'm good. How are you guys? Show's been pretty banging so far.
Oh, dude, it's been really, really cool. Yeah, it's been a lovely morning. Nice way to kickstart. Hope you've had a good start to yours. Is this too early for you, or is this like a decent hour for you to be awake?
I've already done some workouts. I've had my cup of coffee, done a bit of admin. I'm ready to go.
Styling, dude. Styling. So listen, for those people out there who don't know who you are, other than the fact that you have crazy colorful hair, tell us a little bit about who you are and what your what your game is. Excuse the pun, but what you spend most of your time doing.
So I am a YouTuber. I have a YouTube channel where I focus mostly on technology and video games. I used to be on Espresso for a good couple of years. And I just realized that people that care about technology and video games, they're online. They're on the internet. I was talking to people on TV that were like trying to sync their address book on their Blackberries, and I would like get approached in the mall by people for tech support, and I was like, I'm not tech support. I'm here to talk to you. I'm here to get excited about tech, and I'm here to get excited about video games. Share that with me. So anyway, I moved over, and I also live stream on Twitch. So I play video games with my audience. The vast majority of my audience is South African. So we play Call of Duty together. We play Overwatch together. We just have a good time and chill out, and just it's like live streaming is cool. I think a lot of new people to your live streams here who haven't come from, or who have normally come from television or watch TV, go like, this is quite cool. You can read the chat. You can find out what's going on. You can talk directly to what's happening, and it's a kind of access and a kind of like a new part of like broadcast technology that you can't do on terrestrial. Like terrestrials is like top down, talking down to the audience, but you're talking with everybody, you know?
You're not connecting. Cool. You're not having a conversation. You're talking at them a lot of the time, I think, on terrestrial.
All the time.
And this is more engaged and more connected. And I mean, I know when we started this out, the first person we phoned was you, because we were like, okay, Grant is kind of king of streaming and does his thing on Twitch, and obviously he's in the YouTube space as well. So we gave you a call. We had like an hour-long phone call, and thanks to you, this whole idea kind of manifested. So thank you very much for all your help.
Yeah, dude, you're an absolute legend. Thank you, brother.
And
and look, how cool is Jules, guys? Like, you should have your own TV show. What is going on?
I do. It's called The Lockdown.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Oh, dude, no, thank you so much. I mean, look, I have to be honest with you, the whole presenting game, or the whole like talking and thinking and reading notes, and it's not my forte. I think I'm improving as we go along, I think. People have told me, but it's terrifying. I don't know how you did the Espresso show. That would have been another level up for me.
You know, when you have to do something for survival, it's kind of like that, you know, in some ways. You know, like you're up in the morning and the lights are on and they're like about 1 million people watching. So you can't go like, oh, I can't do this. You go like, I'm ready. I'm in battle zone. I'm in war mode. You know, like people gotta hear what I gotta say. Otherwise,
cool.
Otherwise, you're not next day.
And Grant, tell me. So I watched your Twitch, your Twitch the other night, and I got I'm not a gamer. I don't know anything about games. In fact, I'm a bit of like a Nazi when it comes to games, because like I limit people. I'm like, you're only allowed, and I'm probably the wrong person to chat to you or be interviewing you. But anyway, I got so suckered in to what you were doing. I was like, no, there's a guy. And I was just, into it, like completely into it. Have you found in the last few weeks when people have been in lockdown, there's been like an upswell of more people getting involved, watching,
100%. 100%. So a couple of things have happened. Firstly, Steam is an online digital store for gaming. And it's seen like a huge, it's basically hit a world record as to the amount of concurrent players that are on it, because people are locked down in their homes globally. So people are playing more video games. The news is trying to promote people to stay at home and play video games, because that's ironically the safest option.
Yeah.
Number two, all sports are cancelled. So everything that you would normally go watch like on a Saturday morning, my dad is so upset. He's like, there's nothing on TV. Like there's no sports. So big sports tournaments are all moving digital. So a lot of the NBA players are streaming. The whole Formula One race that was done recently, each of the drivers had a simulator at home, and they each drove from their home, and it was live streamed and commentated on Twitch as if it was a real race. So it just goes to show the power of what we call esports, or like the replacement of physical sports, because you can do that from a remote place. But also, if you open your mind, if you normally watch like rugby, only to like traditional sports. If you normally watch those traditional sports, you can open your mind to the whole world of digital sports that have been invented that you've never watched before or played, because you can play them, right? You can literally download them and play that sport at home. And then number 3, the sports that have never been invented yet. Like the games coming out later this year that are going to be competitive. There's a game called Dota 2. And the prize pool for Dota 2, they have a big tournament called the International. It's got more money than the Tour de France prize pool. So it just goes to show the size of digital sports and that people are only getting introduced to it right now. And also the access. Like last night on my live stream, because you can stream from anywhere in the world, we play Call of Duty, but I play Call of Duty with Joe Sut, who's a really big YouTuber. He's I think he's got 10 million subscribers on YouTube. And Ian Sterling, the comedian from Love Island. He's like the voice on Love Island.
Awesome.
Like, we just play Call of Duty together. And you can do that. Like what you're doing now. I'm at home and I'm talking to you directly in a chat. I don't have to come to a studio or physical space. You literally have access to anybody in the world with live streaming.
It's wild. I know, it's super wild. And I think,
And
like
yet,
you said,
out of everyone, we chose to talk to you, Grant.
I know, this is the best. This is the best. It's the world's next best TV presenter. Jules, good luck.
Oh man, you're such a legend. This is Grant Hinds, everybody. And like you said, he is a super cool YouTuber, gamer, tech wizard, and really helped us kind of figure out how to do this. When we came to him with the problem, he was very, in fact, you know what, he even managed to get us our Camlink video card, which we're borrowing from him right now. So actually, without you, this literally would not have happened. So thank you so much for your love and help. And where can people find you on Twitch if they want to watch and if they want to see what you're about, or on YouTube? What's the best way to get in touch with you?
The easiest way to get hold of me is on Twitter, because I tweet about it, and it's just Grant Hinds. I don't know if you've got straps, GrantHinds. And then you can, the same username is available on all my platforms. So Twitch, YouTube, just search it, Instagram. But I usually put it up on Twitter when I'm going live. But if you are interested in Twitch and you're watching this, Twitch is not just a place for gamers, it's a place for musicians. There are musicians that make their full income on Twitch. I was talking to Tex in the City about it. There are people that busk on Twitch full time. Freestyle rappers that take donations. They're music teachers that prepare their lessons and live stream themselves preparing their lessons so that people that want to learn how to play guitar can. Stuff like that. It's like this whole new world of access that we never had. And so Twitch, if you're interested in music and you're a musician that wants to make a career out of music, or at least a supplementary income, Twitch is a really good avenue for you to do that.
So Grant, for the audience out there, who are used to just being able to, at the click of a remote, tune into SuperSport 1 or MTV or whatever, just talk us through how, this ecosystem is one that I think a lot of us aren't necessarily used to. If I type in twitch.com, then what? How do I find cool stuff? How do I find, So
if you go to twitch.tv, which is the website for Twitch. It's owned by Amazon. It's Amazon's biggest competitor to YouTube. So I do both. I'm not loyal to any broadcaster. I don't like having all my eggs in one basket at all. It's like being broadcast on SABC and ETV. It's like, hey, you can do both. So twitch.tv is predominantly for live streaming. There's a search bar at the top, and you can search through categories. So if you're interested in science and technology, there are people doing science and technology live streams. If you're interested in biology, there are literal high school teachers that are going through syllabuses on Twitch for you to watch and that you can participate in. So you can watch those live streams and do your homework if you want. Do you remember the Learning Channel on SABC too?
Yes, totally.
Yeah, of course.
This is where it's all happening now. A lot of those things, it's expensive to put that kind of airtime on broadcast TV, and not everybody's got the same syllabus. So a lot of people are live streaming instead. So teachers are doing that. And if you're a parent, you can donate to these volunteers, essentially, who are teaching. There are musicians. You can search for music. There is just chatting. If you just want to have a chat with somebody. There's cooking shows. If you want to learn how to cook, vegan cooking shows, very specific, and you can learn how to cook with these people. And it's not just me talking to you or those people talking to you. You can sit with your chef who's cooking, teaching you how to cook. Ask a question how much is a pinch of salt? I don't know. And then that chef can turn around and explain how much a pinch of salt is, which is this is the wonder of technology.
We need to actually get our Twitch going again, because I see the last one we did on Twitch was episode 4. So Ben, we need to log back into Twitch, and I need some help from you there, Grant, because I need to figure this layout thing and this videos thing, and I don't know. It's still I got your number. I'm going to call you. We're going to have a little one-on-one there. That'll be epic.
Okay.
But dude, listen, we got to get to the cooking segment because we run out of time. Thank you so much for tuning in and for all your love. And go check him out on Twitch. Go check him out on YouTube or Twitter at Grant Hinds. Thank you for all your help, man. And yeah, stoked to have you on the show. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. Cheers, guys.
Bye. Bye. There's Grant Hinds, everybody. Go check him out on YouTube, on Twitch, on everything that you can. And now I think we're going to head across to the kitchen. We didn't actually have we had a cooking segment planned, but we had a little bit of a miscommunication there. So we figured out like what can we do because we now don't have a cooking segment anymore. So what we decided to do is we thought we were going to try and get Ben to actually cook for you guys. So I'm going to scoot across to Ben in the kitchen. Ben, are we on that camera yet? Button 4, hold on a second, and then I'm going to take you across. And Ben is going to cook me and you this morning some mushrooms, some fancy mushrooms on toast.
Okay,
is it working? No, I don't think it's working. Still... Hang on. Okay. Sorry, guys, this is a bit rudimentary here. There we go. Now we're in the kitchen. I'm going to take the microphone across there to Ben, and he's going to cook for you.
Doing my happy dance.
Should I put it on the mic stand?
You can do it however you want. Basically, what we're going to do today is we're going to make a very quick dish. So everything that I'm going to do is going to happen in real time. So basically, as long as it takes to make a piece of toast, we should be able to cook a really, really cool breakfast dish, which is relatively easy to make, especially if you prep everything beforehand. Local Hardy Dars agreeing with me. So I've got some lovely toast. We've got a whole lot of different mushrooms. I've got some lovely mushrooms, some herbs, some parsley, some sage, a little bit of garlic, some Parmesan cheese, some cream, butter. And we're going to finish it with a poached egg, which I learned how to do this morning on YouTube. So if ever you're struggling to figure out how to do something, you can always just turn to the old school of life, which is, in my opinion, YouTube. So let's get started. I'm going to pop the toast in. That's the first thing. And we're going to get cooking. I'm going to be frying up some garlic and some mushrooms, a little bit of butter and olive oil. I've got some water boiling for our poached egg. And if I get this all right, it'll be quite amazing. So a little bit of butter, and then I add olive oil just to stop the butter from burning. I've got a pot of water on the stove that's coming to a soft boil. You don't want like a rolling boil because it then throws the egg around. It makes it a bit too crazy. With a tablespoon of vinegar in it. So just letting that butter go. I've got some lovely sage from my garden, which I'm just going to pop in there just to get the herbs cooking. Something happens amazing to sage when you cook it in butter. It just does this like really cool thing. So I've got some mushrooms that I chopped up. There's some shiitake and some other kind of brown ones. Not sure. I don't know that much about foreign mushrooms. I like local mushrooms, to be honest. Not those kind of mushrooms. So in the pan, and we're going to fry these up on a nice hot pan. All those mushrooms in there. And we've got a bit of garlic, a little bit of pepper. And a good tip that I learned from my lovely chef friend, Sam Sher, is that you season as you go along, and then by the time it's ready, it should be perfectly seasoned, so you don't need to add extra salt. So we just get those mushrooms browning, and you guys should smell this. It's amazing. Something about when mushrooms hit butter, and there's sage and there's black pepper, it just tastes really, really good. I'm going to throw the garlic in now, and that's just a clove of garlic that I just chopped up. I mean, you could use a garlic press or whatever you want, really. And we just get that going. We want to get the mushrooms to kind of a nice brown state. Let's see how this toast is doing. Might need to get popped down one more time. So let's see how we come along here. So this is a little thing that I prepped beforehand. Basically what you have to do to poach a perfect egg is, I know this sounds weird, but you have to sieve it. Otherwise, when you throw an egg into boiling water, it just kind of like turns into this like spider web of crazy egg white. And so what you do is you put it through a very fine sieve, and it kind of like lets this watery egg white drain away, and it leaves you with all the good stuff. So the mushrooms are starting to brown quite nicely. And I think what we can do now is actually put the egg in, and by the time the egg's finished, we should be ready. Now, everyone says that you have to swirl the water when poaching an egg, but actually you don't really. You can just drop it in. So long as you've got a little bit of vinegar in there and you've done the draining trick, you get a perfect poached egg every time. So coming back, let's just show you what these mushrooms look like. So starting to get brown, you can see the lovely sage, a bit of black pepper. We're nearly ready for cream. And let's hope that I don't mess this up, because it's all real time, it's all happening here. Jules is going to be our taste tester. Let's have a look at this toast, see how we're going. We don't want to burn it.
I like burnt toast.
No, we're still good. We're still good on the toast. As I said, the toast is your timing indicator. I've got a little bit of chopped parsley here, which we'll add to the mix as soon as we put the cream in. It's a lovely little garnish to go with it, and a bit of the Parmesan cheese. So let's check on those mushrooms again. I think they actually are ready to have that cream put in, and maybe a little bit more butter. Yeah, you know, listen, we're in lockdown. We're not in Weight Watchers here, are we? Also, I'm a firm believer that there's nothing wrong with butter. I'm also a believer that margarine is terrible. So that's how I think. Okay, so I'm just going to take the egg off the heat just so that it doesn't boil too hard. And let's get this cream cheese out of this cream in. You're going to find that this is such a quick and easy little dish to do. And if you can't get this right, because this is the first time that I'm cooking this, by the way, I haven't cooked this before. And the egg can go a little bit longer. But those mushrooms sound like they're nearly done. Turn the temperature down on those. Let's check on our toast. It's all coming together as per usual in the last minute, which is how I'm used to doing things. Oh, toast is done perfectly. A little bit of butter. Okay, let's get going here. Let's start building this dish. In with the chopped parsley. And just toss that around a bit. Get that egg out now. And I think we're nearly done. We're nearly there, everyone. Poached eggs on, or just one poached egg, let's be honest. I'm not doing like a meal for 400 here. And this is a different way of doing the egg challenge. Listen, it's an interesting looking poached egg, but it'll do the job, I promise. Grab a plate. Get our toast. Mushrooms. Oh, looks absolutely delicious. If I do say so myself. Not a bad way to start your morning. A little bit more black pepper. Little secret get out of jail card for any dish. A little bit of Parmesan cheese. And actually, a little trick that I learned a little while ago, if you have kind of grated your Parmesan cheese right down to that rind, save that rind, you can pop it into sauces, and
Can I come now?
you can come on in. Look at this.
Oh my gosh.
Look.
Wait, can we get an angle of this quickly? Hold on a second. Let me just show you guys. Let me see if I can go down.
Yeah. Look.
Yo.
Now, if that's not a breakfast of champions, I'm not sure what is. Should we see whether the eggs cooked perfectly? Come, let's have a look. And then, Jules, you can come be our taste tester. Oh, look at that.
Look at that easiness.
And as I said, I learned this morning.
Okay, guys. Ben is a very good chef, though. He underplays his skills. I'm going to just have a little taste for you. Can you put salt on the egg? No,
Yeah,
probably not.
Salty,
I never have enough salt here, buddy.
you haven't tasted it, is?
Okay, wait, that's too much floppy egg for me. That's my happy food dance. It's so good, and it's so healthy. It's got garlic in it, fresh herbs, as they say in America. Well done, Benny. This is delicious. I'm going to eat the rest of it as soon as we finish with the show. So that was Ben live cooking from the kitchen. Super cool. First time for everything. Guys, I just wanted to say, first of all, thank you to everyone. We've gone up 20 tickets already since we started the lockdown this morning. If you haven't got your ticket to our live streaming concert, please go and support us. It's 120 Rand only, and you're going to get the best GoodLuck live streaming concert, the highest quality, with pyrotechnics, lights, everything you can imagine. GoodLuck live in our back garden. It's going to be on Saturday, 6 p.m. to 7:30. You can grab a cocktail, just kick, have a bit of a boogie, because, we still have weekends. We still got to have some fun. So please do join us for the live stream, and proceeds are going to helping us feed our community in Vrygrond, which we've been busy doing all of this week. Donations are almost at 300,000. You can also still donate on our BackaBuddy link if you'd like to do that. Thank you so, so much to everyone for tuning in. It's been a really cool episode. You guys have all been really awesome, and I hope that you have a really good Thursday tomorrow, and then Friday. Please do tune in and spread the love, and invite all your friends to the event if you can. The Lockdown happening Friday morning 9. We're back with you Friday morning 9:30. We've got some really, really, really exciting guests on Friday. This thing is just taking off, and more people wanting to get involved and be a part of it. So hit us up on the line if you've got anyone you'd like to see, particularly on the show, or anyone whose business, a local business you'd like to support. Hit us up on our WhatsApp line.
And speaking of local businesses, we've got our merchandise, which is still available for order.
Merchandise, guys. Help support us during this time. We can't gig. We're probably not going to be able to gig till September. So don't like to shamelessly self-promote too much, but this is one way that we're able to still stay afloat in this time. So if you head out to our goodluckmerchstore.com, you can order yourself a hoodie or a cap, and we will deliver it straight after lockdown is over. You'll be getting your goods in the post, and it's getting into winter now, so hoodies are kind of mandatory. So enjoy your week, guys. Enjoy your day. Hope this started you off on a happy note. Thanks to all our guests, and we'll see you Friday. Till next time, look after yourself, look after each other, take care, good day, good night, and good luck.